Yo, what is up guys, Fleur here, and this is going to be another extra commentary. This is going to be about the Michigan versus Appalachian State rematch. If you didn't know, it was in 2007, September 1st. Michigan opened its season against Appalachian State. That's like a Division I AA school, FCS, and Michigan was ranked 5th to start the season. And they were upset at home in the big house. Appalachian State would go on to beat them 34-32. I just want to talk about that game because they're having a rematch. So, in the first quarter of that game, Mike Hart was able to score a touchdown to make it 7-0 Michigan early on. And then Appalachian State came right back and scored another touchdown. Scored a touchdown to tie it up 7-7. And then Greg Matthews caught a pass from Chad Henne to get another touchdown in the first quarter. 14-7 was the score after that. And then after that, that's when it all went downhill. In the second quarter, Appalachian State would go on to score another touchdown, tied up 14-14. And then about 4 minutes later, they got another passing touchdown to take the lead 21-14. And then, so Michigan was pretty surprised at that point. So then, they were trying to score, but they just couldn't do it. They were having trouble running the ball at certain points, and I think they had an interception. Yeah, there's an interception thrown sometime in the second quarter, and then with 2 minutes 15 seconds left in the half, Armani Edwards, the Appalachian State quarterback, would run in for another touchdown, put him up 28-14, and then Michigan tacked on a field goal before halftime to make it 28-17 at halftime. So Michigan, the number 5 team, is down 11 at halftime. And just so you know, in the background, I downloaded the Appalachian State team from Team Builder that I've searched up, and I went into coach mode, where you just be a coach for a game, and I put them on there. I coached Michigan, and the person that made this team, the rosters were like, all the players were like 88s and stuff, so the game was close, but that's not the point. So to start the second half, Michigan struck first. They got another field goal, and the score was then 28-20. And then Appalachian State would soon get a field goal of their own, and then the score is 31-20. So they have an 11-point lead. Then Mike Hart would get another touchdown, and then they would go for 2. They did not get the 2-point conversion, so they were down 31-26 going into the fourth quarter. With 4 minutes 36 seconds left, Mike Hart would run 54 yards for a touchdown, and they would fail a 2-point conversion again. So Michigan now has the lead with 32-31, and the game was about to end. And with 26 seconds left, Appalachian State kicked a field goal to take the lead 34-32. So 26 seconds left, and then Michigan would get a couple big plays real quick, and they got into field goal range. So with 3 seconds left on the clock, right after taking a timeout, they put the kicker out on the field, who was Jason Gingell. So they're down by 2. So if he makes this field goal, they would win 35-32. So he lines up to kick, and it got blocked. Appalachian State rushed in and blocked the field goal, and then all the Michigan fans' hearts were broken. In half, Michigan would lose to Appalachian State 34-32. The guy that picked up the blocked field goal, and he almost ran it for a touchdown, but the kicker ran him down. But the game was already over, so Michigan got upset. They would drop out of the top 25. They were number 5 in the preseason, and that was just a horrible loss. So for the stats, Appalachian State, their quarterback Armani Edwards, who is now, I think, he's a wide receiver in the NFL. He had 227 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. So he had a good game. And then they rushed pretty good. They had a total of 160 yards as a team, and the quarterback got a rushing touchdown, but that's it. And yeah, so then as of Michigan, their quarterback was Chad Henne at the time, who is now, I think he's on the Jaguars. I'm not quite sure though. He threw for 233 yards and a touchdown and an interception. So that was an okay game for him, but he could do a lot more. So that was a struggle. Then Mike Hart, he had a beast game, 23 carries, 188 yards, 8.2 average, 3 touchdowns. And as a team total, they had 246 rushing yards. So basically, it's just the game just didn't pull out for them. The defense didn't come up strong. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Oh, and the last thing, I was at that game. Yep. I was at the Michigan Appalachian State game, and I was like, what was this, 2007, so 5 years ago. I was 9 years old, and when that happened, I started crying. 9 years old, I was freaking bawling my eyes out. That was actually my first Michigan game. I had always gone to like the spring games, but my first Michigan game, and they freaking get upset by Appalachian State. I'm 9 years old, so I just freaking cry my eyes out. So the rematch in 2014, I definitely want to get my hands on some tickets. That would just be sweet, so I can go get my revenge. There's no way Michigan's gonna lose to them again. So I mean, it's still 2 years away, but you never know. Hopefully I can get some tickets, because I want some revenge. So like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more gameplays. And as always, I hope you enjoyed. Have a nice day.